And now, ladies and gentlemen, against the advice of our attorneys, we are co-starring Judy Garland and Frank Sinatra in a minute musicale entitled My Romance. My Romance is the true story of Frank and Judy's love affair. True with one notable exception. It's entirely fictitious, and any resemblance to actual persons living or otherwise is purely co-educational. The year is 1995. Frank and Judy sit quietly on the front porch of their little 64-room mansion. 50 years have not dimmed the love light in their eyes. It shines through their bifocals with all the brilliance of a Hollywood supermarket opening. The evening is soft and warm, the gentle breeze heavy with the fragrant perfume of the Long Beach oil wells. A night for reminiscing. A night when memory and romance dance cheek to cheek.
Dear old girl, the robins sing above you. Dear old girl, they know how much I love you.
My goodness, Franklin, your voice didn't do that 50 years ago.
Well, Judith, a young fellow's voice has got to change sooner or later. Just think, Judith, old girl, we've been together 50 years. 50 years so full of fond memories.
Ah, yes. Remember the night we met over 50 years ago? You were coming out of the automat. In fact, you were just coming out of the string bean slot.
Yes, how well I remember. You know, I guess I was kind of thin at that. Anyhow, I remember that people used to kid me because I only weighed 140 pounds.
Oh, you look so different now, darling. Now that you weigh 141.
Yep. What a difference a pound makes. 16 little ounces.
Well, it was love at first sight. I remember whispering, "You'd be so nice to come home to. You'd be so nice in the fire." Oh, but darling, I never told you this. When you started taking me out, I was so embarrassed.
Embarrassed, Judith?
Yes, people would point at us and say, "He ain't got nobody, and that's good enough for her."
Judith, old girl, if your memory is that vivid, you must remember that night 50 years ago when we parked, and I whispered those words to you.
What night and what words?
Surely, Judith, you remember the night I said, I love you. Why, I'll even bet you remember where we parked.
Well, Franklin, I not only remember where we parked, I remember the 1,700 girls who were parked on your running board.
Well, you never had any reason to worry about those girls. But you know, Judith, dear, there was a time when I worried about you. Worried? About me? Oh, what, Franklin? Don't why Franklin me, darling. How about that night in 1944 when you pulled in at 3 a.m. singing, "Where the blue of the sky meets the gold of the day"? Oh, well, that was just something I picked up at the Del Mar racetrack. Just something I picked up at the Del Mar racetrack. But Judith, my dear... Judith, darling, honest, I really can't blame you. He was a mighty fine man, by George. And what a big hit he was during the war. Yes, so I hear. They say he was a sensation singing, "Mademoiselle from Armentières, parlez-vous, Mademoiselle from Armentières, parlez-vous." Yes, yes. And they say he was also a very big smash in the Second War. And Judith. Yes, Franklin? I saw the old boy today. You saw him? Yes. What's he doing? He's singing in the gold room at the farmer's market. It's a new quartet they have. They call themselves the Rhythm Boys of 1995. Bing, Bob, Everett, and the Atomic Bomb Kid, Larry. Well, we're still keeping in the family, I see. Naturally. What kind of stuff is he singing? That new Boo 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 business? Oh, no, never. He's doing mostly revivals, like, Tour, allure, allure, tour, allure, allure.
pretty. You know, Franklin, sometimes I wish you'd kept up with your singing. You were such a promising young singer.
So was that Perry Como fellow.
Yes, but he didn't make me half as many promises as you did. But honestly, if I live another 50 years, I'll never forget that night in the Hollywood Bowl when you got up before a handful of your friends.
What do you mean, a handful of my friends? My dear, there were 25,000 people in the bowl that night.
Well, naturally. Crosby had promised to sing his theme song all the way through.
I know what you mean.
Franklin, I was so proud when you got up and sang that cute little old song like this. I love all the many charms about you.
Oh, Judy!
I want my arms about you.
Tell me honestly, Judith, dear, is that the way I sounded?
That's just the way you sounded.
Gadzooks? I wasn't as bad as some folks said I was. And Judy, old girl, you weren't so bad yourself, especially in that wonderful picture, Meet Me in St. Louis. Why, you were as cute as a bug's ear when you got up and sang, clang, clang, clang went the trolley, ding, ding, ding went the bell.
Oh, well, you're just being sweet to me, Franklin. My singing didn't begin to have that much oomph.
Say, Judith, darling, I've just got an idea. Nobody can hear us out here on the porch. Do you suppose maybe perhaps just for old time's sake we could kind of top off our memories with a song, maybe like we used to do it back in 1945, hey? Maybe?
Well, do you think you should, Franklin? It's pretty strenuous work, you know.
Well, I'll be all right. Here, I'll lean on your shoulder. It'll be okay.
All right. Doesn't have to have a moon in the sky. My romance doesn't need a blue lagoon standing by.
No month of May, no twinkling star, no guitar.
My romance doesn't need a castle rising in Spain, nor a dance to a constantly surprising refrain.
Wide awake, I can make my most fantastic dreams come true. My romance doesn't need a thing but you. Doesn't need a castle rising in Spain,
nor a dance to a constantly surprising refrain.
Wide awake, I can make my most fantastic dreams come doesn't need a thing but you.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, against the advice of our...